This is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and now let's start the show.
Hello and welcome to We Are Podcast, episode 35. My name is Matt.
My name's Phil, leader of the OTS. Thanks for listening to the episode.
And as always, thank you anyone and everyone for listening. You can follow us on SoundCloud, like, share, favorite, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Leave a question, comment, or email at podcast@gmail.com. One of these days I should just write that down. So I'm always looking up in the sky trying to remember it. I've said it over 35 times now. You think I should just remember it all? You listen to that first couple episodes though. What now?
Dang it, I said again, remember?
That's just something I'm getting used to. It's just something I'm doing.
Yep, remember you were like, no, or darn it.
Yeah, take a shot. Yeah, take a shot. Yeah, take a shot. I'm going to kill everyone before the end of this episode. Yeah. That's the We Are, I can't remember what episode I put that in, but the We Are Podcast drinking game. Every time you hear me say yeah and or just go, Pretty much anytime you hear like Tina's awkward moans, take a shot, right?
Be set.
My liver! Arrgh! Back to the original, unofficial, official podcast. We Are Podcast, Beer Phil, Ice House Edge. We tried that, the hell was it, Jim Beam Black last week?
Yeah. Freaking tore up.
That shit was like chewing an oak barrel.
It literally tasted like you were chewing on a piece of oak.
It's like you're such an alcoholic that you're sucking on the barrel to get those last couple drops of liquor out of it.
It was worth it. I thought it was.
This thing about booze, Phil, you drink enough of it, you quit caring what it tastes like.
That is true.
Four Locos tastes like shit, but take 3 big swigs.
You'll be set.
Tastes like shit earlier, it tastes pretty good now. We quit drinking. Yeah, we quit drinking those after all those kids had those heart attacks. We were drinking it back in the day when it had that good shit in it, Phil.
Yep.
That shit make you cross-eyed.
Back when it was OG.
Back when it, like I said, back when it was killing kids.
What are you looking at, man? I don't know.
Oh, I remember I drank 3 of them one night.
Damn, you brave.
Just sitting there swirling, son. It's got that, you see me do that where you're so drunk you're sitting in the chair spinning because everything around you spinning, so you're trying to spin with it to make it stop. Why won't it stop? Remember last week how we were talking about Benedict Cumberbatch being Doctor Strange?
Yes.
And the upcoming Doctor Strange movie. Well, go figure, Phil. A couple days later, Entertainment Magazine has a couple pics here of him as Doctor Strange. That's the cover. Doing some. Got some magic symbol hand shit
It's
going
exactly
on.
like him.
I know, it's freaky how much they did. Always like he don't have the big. He still has the collar, but it's not popped up over his head like in the comics. But he still has the giant ass collar. It's pretty fucking sweet. And here's the other one. Him we're getting ready to shoot a magic bolt at someone's, I guess. Getting ready to shove that thing up to Mama Moo's ass.
Looks amazing. I think they picked the right guy.
Yeah, he definitely looks. They gave him the. I don't know if he has gray hair like that naturally or whatever, but they gave him skunk stripes like Doctor Strange has.
Oh, that's astonishing. It's coming out of his hand. I see.
Yeah. Because that's how, there's a side picture of him too, so you, like a profile shot, I guess. He's got the eye of Agamotto on his neck and shit too.
The Enigma code solver.
Yeah.
Playing Doctor Strange.
So, it's pretty awesome that, like I said, Doctor Strange kind of has somewhat of a goofy costume, you know, because he's pretty much just wearing a blue bathrobe with a giant red cape over it with a collar that some people draw it like it's over his head, you know.
I've seen it.
Yeah, but here
That one.
but here they kind of took it down a notch. But still, like I said, look, man, I'm surprised at like how accurate that costume was. To be honest with you. You know, because they always want to modernize everything. I'm surprised he ain't wearing, like, black trench coat or something, you know? You gotta keep it fresh for the kids. What are the kids into? They like that Matrix still, right? Yeah.
It's astounding looking. Looks just like Doctor Strange.
Yeah. And right there, the magic bolt effects, that looks pretty sweet, too. Because they did a Doctor Strange movie, like TV movie, in the 70s. That if you watch it now, it's pretty cheesy because they obviously didn't have the money or the effects. The effects didn't exist at the time to make it look good, you know?
Yeah.
So it's all like crappy puppets and it's like from Star Trek. You know how the beams are just like giant red globs. It kind of looked like that. But here, like I said, if we can make Transformers run down the street and destroy a couple city blocks, we can draw a mystical bolt of magic shit, right?
Right. That does look awesome.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like they're trying to go for, like the kind of new graphics of that old movie Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. Remember that guy that shot the lightning?
Yeah.
It'd go around his body first. And
the rating guy.
Looks kind of like that.
Yeah.
Only it's new.
Yeah, because Doctor Strange in the comics, it's always like crazy mysticism, magic shit, you know. He don't beat up street thugs. He stops cults from summoning demons to our realm and shit, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah, so, like I said, hopefully we'll get something like that. Because, Daredevil and Jessica Jones, they can beat the crap out of street thugs all day. I want to see someone, fight demons. Like I said, Dormammu, the big flaming head guy, pretty much his main enemy. And, the demon Mephisto, he kind of screwed over Spider-Man with his marriage, but I still like him. He's pretty much the Marvel devil. He's fought him a couple times. Let's get Mephisto.
Big character.
Yeah. Let's get Mephisto in there. Let's finally do him right.
Bold statement. They're doing something right.
Yeah. Just look at because Mephisto was supposed to be the bad guy in the two Ghost Rider movies, but they're like, these movies kind of suck. Change the name. If we ever are going to use Mephisto, we want to use him right. Which in the Infinity Gauntlet, he pretty much becomes like Thanos' like right hand man.
That'd be cool.
So hopefully he'll show up in Infinity War. He's just doing it to get his hands on the Infinity Gauntlet when he ain't looking, though.
Hidden agenda.
Well, Phil, he is the devil.
Wicked ways never stop. That's crazy.
Yeah. Has the Ghost Rider movie rights reverted back to Marvel yet? I don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah, I was about to say, those movies bombed so hard, do you think even Marvel cares?
I don't think so.
Like, the Punisher movies, they weren't, like, huge successes, but they made a little bit of money, so that's why they're bringing them into Season 2 of Daredevil, I'm guessing. But them Ghost Rider movies are pretty much. I think they were both bombs, and
They were.
yeah, and they're both like probably the lowest rated comic book movies of all time,
Yeah, well, I remember I saw.
except for Fantastic Four.
Yeah, except for that.
Uh,
But yeah, I remember I saw Ghost Rider 2 before you did,
oh yeah,
and I was like, Matt, don't see it, dude. It's even worse than the first one. You were like, that can't be
that's
possible.
impossible.
It's like, it is, man.
Well, the reason why I thought it would at least be better because the guys that directed Crank directed this one, or the Ghost Rider, the Spirit of Vengeance, or whatever.
Ah,
You know, and Crank 1 and 2 were like over the top. I thought they were going to go that kind of mentality with Ghost Rider. But nah, they just like riding motorcycles and having super close-up shots of shit.
ah. And trying too hard.
Yeah. People always said the one cool scene is where he gets into that giant crane buzzsaw thing and turns it into Hellfire. I was like, that wasn't really cool. I thought that was just like, fuck, this movie sucks. We need something to kick it up a notch. Giant flaming chainsaw. Those are sweet, right? Ash from Evil Dead don't even have one of those.
They were just trying too hard.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they're just trying too hard now.
Yeah, so even if those fucking rights did revert back, they probably wouldn't care. Like, you'll be lucky if you see Ghost Rider in the background of something, you son of a bitch. Alright. While we're at it, I guess speaking of some other photos that leaked, these ones were leaked onto the internet by their, I don't know,
Bernthal?
Bernthal?
I don't know how to say it either, but I think it's Bernthal.
I know, we have this problem every time we record. Because I always call him Shane from The Walking Dead. But John Bernthal, Shane from The Walking Dead, hopefully Punisher's really good, so I started calling him the Punisher. He released, he's been going, he seems to, I don't know if he was a fan beforehand, but he seems to really like to be the character, because he's releasing all these pictures and shit of comic books he's reading about the Punisher. But here's a photo he leaked onto his Twitter account. See? Got the Daredevil all chained up. Oh, Punisher's beaten Daredevil many times, dude. Punisher's more or less like Batman of the Marvel Universe, but with a gun. But yeah, he's got Daredevil tied to a... The hell is that, a chimney? A chimney or something?
Wind got caught by him.
Yeah. The one thing that kind of bothers me here, though, is like, he looks pretty badass. He looks pretty big and intimidating. Where's the Punisher skull at, though?
Right.
Why is he wearing the Punisher skull? We're going all
We
doleful.
don't want him to play the Punisher. Maybe.
He is the Punisher, Phil. He's already been officially cast. They're calling the character's name is Frank Castle. So it's Frank Castle, and they're calling him the Punisher. I don't know. They better not do like they did last season with Daredevil, you know, where you have to wait till the last episode to finally see him in his fucking costume. Because, like I said, see, he could be wearing this exact same outfit, but if he had a skull on his t-shirt, I wouldn't be complaining. Because that's pretty much all the Punisher's outfit is.
That's true.
Just put a skull t-shirt on and bam, you're the Punisher.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And you need a vest under it.
Well, yeah, if you're smart, you're going to wear a bulletproof vest under it.
Obviously, he's going to get shot at.
Yeah. One thing, like, if I had, like, a hidden camera show or something, you know, like Jackass or whatever, one prank I always kind of wanted to pull would be, like, you have a guy walk into a gun shop, and he's wearing, like, camel pants and, like, big army boots, and he has a Punisher t-shirt on. He goes up to the counter, hey, you guys sell bulletproof vest? And they show him a bulletproof vest, and he's like, oh, yeah, this is really cool. You guys detail? Or do I have to, like, go home and spray paint the skull on myself? You know, he's asking the gun shop owner for that. He's like, well, then just keep going. It's like, yeah, which round blows a guy's head off the easiest? Start asking weirdo questions like that. Yeah, which rifle do you recommend for sniping crack addicts? I don't know. But I don't know. I really like Daredevil season 1. I like Jessica Jones season 1. Hopefully season 2 doesn't bite it. Yeah. Elodie Young. I don't know. They showed a picture of her as Elektra, and I don't know. Not really nothing that special. Not really much we're talking about.
Don't care about Elektra.
Yeah. Well, it's Daredevil's girlfriend. And like I said, there ain't much really... The picture's not really much to talk about. It's a hot chick on a couch looking at you seductively. She's gonna rock Matt Murdock's world. Damn. I was just scrolling down, look at that shit.
Wow.
Those kids. Fuck gravity!
Oh, yeah. They both better go up and down at different times, even though they don't do that.
I know, I'm on comic book resources right now, and there's this... I'm not going to try and track down this picture again, but it's like, what does it say here? Because, we can't just have news stories. There has to be like 20 different links to everything now. This is 19 hot bods with ugly faces, and it's just... You don't even see the chick's face. It's just this giant set of tits at the bottom of my screen right now. Like, if I was at work, I'd be afraid. Like, if I was at work, like, J. Jonah Jameson would be like, "What are you looking at on your computer?" It's not porn, I swear. It's comic book news. Well, remember South Park just did that whole big season about those pies I was just talking about. South Park had their first season-long arc, and it's about how ads suck and how they're always trying to draw you in.
Well, the internet's about money.
Well, everything in this world is about money. Either how much you have or how much you don't have. You went to high school. How many times
Wasted time there.
Yeah, let's see. You went to high school. How many times in your life have you heard, "You know how much this outfit cost?" Crusty imitation brand rule. 9 out of 10 orphans can't tell the difference. What about the one that can? What do you think's in the rule? Ice fishing sucks. I went 2 times, never caught shit. But then the guy next to me puts his shit right into the water, catches a fish within like 2 fucking minutes. What the fuck is that about, man? Well, my bait ain't good enough.
I don't know.
I'll jump down there with a foot. I'll jump down there with a spear and a knife, and I'll fucking come back with a shish kebab. The shit I will. That fucking like 20 below degree weather, fucking water. I'm gonna jump in there like fucking Rambo. I'm gonna find Nemo. Find Nemo at the end of my spear. Find Nemo at the end of my harpoon.
Oh, cool. Changed my mind. Changed my mind.
Like I put my foot, it's like, yeah, I'm going in. I put my foot in. You know what, on second thought, it ain't worth it. Where's the fish and chips at?
Dab your toe in like Bob. It's cold.
You know what, on second thought, I'm just going to go get a McFlay of fish.
Extra mayonnaise.
I thought it was tartar sauce on filet of fish. Mayonnaise is the chicken sandwich, I think.
I don't know.
Why would you put tartar sauce on chicken?
My mom always has to add mayonnaise to anything they freaking make because they're so cheap. So I was just figuring it didn't have any mayonnaise on it. I'm so used to it.
Right.
But yeah, it's
You talking about
tartar
Wendy's?
sauce and mayonnaise maybe.
Talking about Wendy's? Because I remember one time I went to Wendy's and I got a chicken sandwich and that shit was like fucking Sahara Desert. They literally forgot to put, like, because I don't like tomatoes, so I always get the tomato off. So all it literally was just a fucking bun, piece of chicken, lettuce. Like, you got no fucking, I'm not even a huge mayonnaise fan, but shit, this is like eating a fucking sandbox over here. 13, what the hell was it, 13 hours? No, this ain't 13 hours, is it?
I think so.
Yep, Michael Bay.
He quit making movies and do something else. Sick of him. We don't need any more money. Damn it. Tired of it.
Michael Bay loves
Tired of it, damn it.
Phil, it's not about Michael Bay making money. It's about Michael Bay blowing up shit.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't you ever seen any Michael Bay movie?
No.
Yeah, you have. You watched?
Tell him to give me my money, damn it.
You want your money? Well, Phil, you keep going to see...
Transformers sucked. I want my money back.
I know, you keep going to see the Transformers movies. I stopped after the first one.
Please.
This isn't my fault. It's people like you
Yeah, right.
that keep saying that they suck, but keep going to go see them.
That's not true.
When we get my GoBot...
Matt, you only went to see Tyrone. Don't lie. You like that actor.
You mean Tyrese?
Yeah, Tyrese. I hate that guy. Ah.
Well, I don't care.
Terrible enough he got stuck in Fast and the Furious movie.
You don't feel that way.
Paul stuck him and he was like, you still hit like shit. You still hit like shit. It's hilarious.
Yeah. See, Phil, even when Marky Mark's in one, I didn't go to that one. No, I didn't.
Well, what's that broken cup doing down there then that you bought?
Oh, that was discount when we went to go see Ant-Man. Or not Ant-Man, what did we go to see that time? Oh, no, that's when we went to go see the Godzilla movie, remember? Yeah, they had a bunch of leftover Transformers. What the hell was it? Annihilation or whatever?
I don't know.
Transformers, who gives a shit? And you could, we usually get the medium pop because fucking food at the fucking place is expensive. And they were like, man, for $1 more, we'll give you this collector's cup and you can get an extra large. I was like, fuck it, why not? But then, like you said, I love that cup for one reason. You could pour a pint of liquor in there and then just top it off with fucking whatever your mix is and just be good.
Yep.
Just be good for the rest of the night. And that's also how the cup got broke. I got drunk, the cup hit the ground, I went to go to bed or go to the bathroom or something, and I stepped on it.
Crack.
Just shattered like glass. Just exploded. Those cups are cheap anyways. Remember we got the Avengers Age of Ultron one, and that fucker, I was washing in hot water and I let it set in there too long and it fucking warped and popped.
Wow.
Yeah, those cups are just cheap pieces of shit. Like I said, when we went to go see Ant-Man, I was kind of pissed off that I didn't get an Ant-Man cup, but at the same time, a week or two later, my Avengers Age of Ultron cup broke any fucking
Yeah,
ways.
that sucks.
If you want to collect them, don't use them, is what I'm trying to say.
Not like they come in a box or anything, right?
No.
Like, no, I got one that's untouched by human hands.
Well, the only way you could do that is if you worked at the movie theater.
Yeah, that's true.
Either that, or when they give you the cup, don't put anything in it and just take it straight home. Which shit, those things are like $9, $10, $11 fucking brand new. Yeah. Like I said, I like it because you can pour a bottle of booze in there and top it off and be good, but they're not really... The cost is not effective.
Epic fail.
Although, I think Deadpool's the next superhero movie we're going to go see. If they have a Deadpool cup, though. Bite my nail, Phil.
They don't cheap out.
I know, the problem is we saw it late at night. We got to start trying to hit matinees and shit.
Yeah, when they're not all sold out of everything.
Yeah. You mean I got to wake up before noon? Fuck that shit. I ain't doing that. Ryan Reynolds ain't that fucking funny anyways. Oh, you know Ryan Reynolds is biting. You talk about biting my teeth. He's biting his teeth. He's like, God, I hope this fucking movie works out. My last 5 or 6 movies have all been bombs.
He's like, God damn it, another reshoot? Come on!
Yeah, that's true. Well, Phil, remember for years.
That's why he's biting his nails. He's like, come on, not another fucking reshoot.
Well, he's probably just glad that the movie's even getting made. It was in like limbo for like what 7-8 years almost. Remember, you used to joke with me before we had the shows, like, "Oh, Matt, they're gonna do the Deadpool movie. Here's this story." I'm like, "They ain't making that shit."
When I see it interrupt my TV show, then I'll believe it.
Yeah, that's why it took us so long to talk about the Deadpool movie, because I was like, I'm not gonna believe it till I see a trailer.
I remember.
And even still, I kind of still don't believe it.
Yeah.
Like,
Once it interrupts what I'm watching, then I'll believe it.
yeah. When there's actually some sort of physical proof that this movie's getting made, rather than some producer going, "Oh yeah, we're still gonna make it,"
Or a fanboy.
Yeah, we're still gonna. Yeah, well, yeah, Ryan Reynolds is coming back and everything. And it's like, God, I wish I didn't do Green Lantern. I don't know if that delayed the Deadpool movie or not, but that movie just fucking sucks.
Yeah, it did.
That movie just fucking sucks. Oh, Phil.
Genuinely awful.
I know. They spent like $100 million on CGI when they could have just bought a green spandex outfit and it would have been just as good. You know? We didn't need a... I understand that the ring makes the contracts of the costume, but come on, we don't really need a CGI costume. He could have just wore spandex like everyone else and it would have been fine. You could have bought him a green Kato mask at Party City for 99 cents and saved yourself a lot of time and money. I think DC said they're going to reboot Green Lantern in 2020. So hopefully everyone forgets that Ryan Reynolds movie existed.
Reboot and stuff.
Well, they might not. Well, they haven't announced what they're going to do. They might not even reboot it. Instead of doing Jon Stewart, they might just say, "Fuck it, this one's about or instead of it being about Hal Jordan, like the first one, this one's about Jon Stewart, the Black Green Lantern. People like him, right?"
How about they just do nothing?
Phil, they've been doing nothing for a long time. They've owned these. Warner Brothers has owned the rights to most of these characters since the 70s.
DC sucks.
Yeah, Warner Brothers, for whatever reason, just was like, the only things that work are Batman and Superman. Just keep making Batman and Superman over and over again. But then Marvel got into the game and were like, well, you can do side characters, you can do D-listers and B-list characters too. You know, Guardians of the Galaxy, that's like a fucking D-lister team, and that was one of the biggest movies of the summer.
Yeah.
Where my Lobo movie at?
Jokes. That's what I thought. Bunch of jokes.
Well, I never read Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't think they're portrayed like that in the comics. But I don't know. I like the movie. Looking forward to 2 whenever that comes out. Kurt Russell's gonna be Star-Lord's daddy. After him and Quentin Tarantino quit hanging out after Hateful Eight. Take this woman to hang.
I don't need to see him in anything.
I don't need to see the Hateful Eight. What was that one Arlie Ernie movie where they're stuck on that little shithole base while the Viet Cong were charging them? Oh, Siege on Firebase Gloria. Remember that one?
Firebase Gloria?
Firebase Gloria, yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Well, because it was only on VHS for the longest time. I don't know if it ever got released on DVD or
Pretty sure it's on there
Blu-ray.
now.
You would hope, because that was a good movie.
Well, it came out a long time ago. Sure, it's on DVD.
Well, last time we saw it, it was still on VHS. So that was like, what, 2004-ish? 5? Somewhere around there? Somewhere around there? Get off your ass, whoever owns the rights to that movie, right? The hell, people still have VHS players.
Yeah.
There's people listening to this show. What the fuck's a VHS? Well, it's like Betamax, but bigger. The fuck is Betamax? Well, Betamax is like the Laserdisc, except for smaller.
It's like a big M track or whatever they called it.
8-track.
Yeah, 8-track. That's
Yeah,
right.
it pretty much was.
8-track.
Man, I'm about to say we're starting to show our age now, Phil.
OGG files.
They
OG.
They called it an 8-track because you could literally only hold 8 songs on it. But these kids nowadays, they only want to buy singles anyways off the iTunes. Give Steve Jobs' zombified corpse more money that he's not going to give to his daughter. Man, I never watched none of those Steve Jobs movies, but I heard that about him. He's like, ain't my kid. He's like, well, we got this test right here that says it is. That test got an apple on it? No.
Was that tested with an apple?
Did you use the Apple iPad?
Did she piss on an apple stick?
She used an Apple pregnancy test? No. I don't believe it then. But you don't even make a pregnancy test. Not my problem. But it's your kid, not my problem. I heard he was an asshole in real life, though.
He was freaking stupid.
Well, got burned all them bridges before you die, right?
Yeah. Freaking gets a serious disease and then he goes to some medicine doctor with all that money. Stupid, man.
Yeah, the holistic.
You go to a hallucinogenic medicine doctor or whatever.
No,
holistic.
holistic medicine doctor. Which I'm not big on it, but that's all like I don't really know that much about it. But it's like you want to use herbal supplements and dentine teas and shit to cure your cancer. Where chemotherapy, which has been proven to have a higher chance of beating cancer, you're like, no, I want to eat some chuck root ground up with some rose petals and some tea, and that should do the same thing, right? Give me some chunk. Personal, if you want to do it, you want to do it, but you chose wrong, obviously.
Didn't work.
Yeah. Fuck the iPad. Well, I pretty much run this show on this Samsung Galaxy tablet right here, and this thing's been working fine for me.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Just a different. They call it something different.
I know. It's the same. It's the same thing, but it's great because I don't have to buy all my shit from iTunes.
Yeah, I don't like that crap.
Yeah.
My cousins use that. They're like, how do you drag songs from iTunes to a phone? I don't know.
You don't. Because I remember we had a friend that bought the hell was that? The iPod.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're trying to put some songs on her iPod for her, but the thing said, "Oh, these weren't purchased from the iTunes store, so we can't store these."
Yeah, that sucked.
Even though they were just basic MP3 files. No, you didn't get them from Steve Jobs, so fuck you.
Yeah, most of my files, I just drag them and I drop them right onto the phone. What, you can't do that with iTunes? That's what I don't get.
Like, I don't know if it's still true, but for the longest time, a lot of people were complaining that the only service provider for the whatevers was just AT&T, which is fucking terrible.
Yeah. I tell my cousins, I just drag and drop. I don't know what you're doing wrong.
That's one thing I never understood while riding the bus, too. Like, when I was a kid, I hated riding the bus. Because they're crazy hobos and loud, disorderly people yelling at each other around the goddamn thing the whole time. It smells like pee. Someone always wants to be like, oh, I'm a quarter short for the bus. Does anyone have a fucking quarter?
Had that before.
Yeah. But riding the bus now ain't so bad. Everyone's got their fucking face in a fucking phone. No one's talking to no one. Hey, you still get the crazy chick. Oh, I'm a quarter short for the bus. Can someone help me? I guess people got crazy. I guess people got crazy people got Twitter to yell on now, right? Don't need to yell at the single mom with 2 kids no more. You can just yell at the internet.
Right.
You see, the Jews...
People just don't want to talk to each other. That's what it is.
Well, they weren't even, like I said, when I was a kid, they weren't talking to each other. They were just yelling at each other.
I wonder if they got cameras on the buses now.
Oh, yeah.
Never took time to look.
I think they all do. It's probably like an insurance policy thing, probably.
Heck yeah.
Because I never, my middle school bus driver got into a fight with a parent. Because I guess to make sure people were getting on the right bus, we used to have these cards. You know, like, you ride bus 27 because that's the bus that goes by your house, you know? And I guess this one girl wanted to have her friend ride the bus home with her or whatever, so she popped her head out the window and handed her card to her friend so she could hop on the bus with her. And the bus driver was like, oh, no, this ain't happening. And then, this was what sucked because it took so long, because he got off the bus, started arguing with the 2 young ladies. We were like I said, it was middle school, so I think they're like maybe 13, 14 at the oldest. But he had these 2 little girls just screaming at him. Security had to come. Their mom got called. And we all had to wait on the bus. They never thought they'd have someone else drive everyone else home while this fucking shit's going down. But the one of the 2 girls' moms eventually showed up, hopped on the bus, and started saying, "Oh, you calling my daughter a liar? You're calling my daughter this, that, and the other?" And she fucking, you know, she had like those fucking like big 3-inch fucking long nails on.
Dang.
Yeah, and like I said, she was all up in his face, and he was telling her, you know, your daughter lied, she can't ride the bus. Security even saying she can't ride the bus, you gotta take your daughter, you know. He was trying to say, get you and your daughter off the bus and just go fucking drive home. Mom didn't feel that way, apparently. She fucking scratched that dude right in the eyes. And, well, at that point, he felt threatened, so he punched that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he punched her.
Of course.
He punched her and
It's assault.
after hey, I don't blame her. She scratched him. It cut him, like right above, like, you know, that part in between your eyes where your 2 eyes are.
Yeah.
Yeah, where your unibrow connects. Yeah, it cut him right there, so he was bleeding down the nose. So she actually did, you know, cut his ass with her nails, and he punched her. That chick came flying off the bus and got caught by the 2 security guards, and they dragged her away. And bus driver got fired. They tried they tried to press charges on him, but I think he got off with the self-defense charge, but still lost his job. But what sucks though is we had to wait another hour for a bus driver to show up and drive the bus back home, just because this one chick wanted her friend to go home with her. And like I said at that point too, like, Mom, fuck it, you're already here, just drive me home anyway.
Yeah.
You know, do you really need to? And she did hit him first, you know. She scraped his face up, and, you know, it did cut him open. I'm not for hitting women, but if they're actually going to try to physically assault you, at least. And it's not like he hit her in the face and then stood on top of her and was like, pop,
right.
Pop, pop. He just punched her in the face, and the security guards dragged her away, you know. Still crazy, but sucked. It took me like fucking an extra hour to get home, though.
Damn.
Yeah. And the other thing too is I didn't live that far from the school. It was like I could walk home by now.
Yeah.
I could have walked home by now. But they wouldn't let you, you know, school's technically still responsible for you, so they wouldn't let me leave. Oh shit, Phil, your shit.
Oh yeah. It was awesome, Matt.
I don't get that channel though.
Just because you don't like it.
I never seen it. The only else I don't get that channel.
Judgmental.
Well, like I said, the last 5 Ryan Reynolds movies have all been a bomb. He needs the money.
Oh yeah.
He's like, God, I hope this Deadpool movie takes off.
You can watch the news. That's odd.
He's like, I hope it takes off. Either that or it's going to be straight to Netflix, me and George Lopez.
Netflix will grab it up. They don't care.
If they're willing to work with Adam Sandler. Speaking of shit, I ain't watching that Hateful Eight. I ain't watching what the hell's Adam Sandler's one, the Stupid Six, Silly Six.
Ah, that's a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's a thing.
I thought we talked. Maybe I'm drunk and I'm remembering it wrong, but I think we talked about it on the show once, where Adam Sandler has the straight to Netflix series or Netflix movie, Silly Six, Stupid Six, or whatever.
I'll pass. I don't need to see any more crap from him. That's all he does is crap.
Why can't he make another Wedding Singer?
Yeah.
And I don't mean Wedding Singer 2, I mean a comedy that's actually funny.
Done been over for him.
Well, I don't know about the Silly Six. That Pixels, people hated it, but it fucking made money still. Well, that's the other thing too. Like, Nintendo was like, "Oh yeah, sure, you can totally use Donkey Kong and Mario in your crap movie," but they won't let Netflix do that. Remember they were trying to do a Legend of Zelda TV series on Netflix?
I remember. Bombed.
I know, it would have been awesome. Well, I like the Legend of Zelda, but I don't want to buy a 3DS.
Right.
Or an Amiibo. But that's the only thing Legend of Zelda that they got out right now.
Well, 3D ruined it.
Yeah.
I blamed it because of that. That game sucked.
I mean,
Zelda 3D or whatever they did on the Nintendo 64.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And Majora's Mask.
Yep.
No, Majora's Mask is on the GameCube. Yeah, Ocarina of Time, I think, was that 64 one.
Yeah, I hated that one. Sucked. I didn't like the 3D thing at the time.
They did a lot better on Majora's Mask. But, yeah, man, like I said, action, adventure, searching for shit. Da-na-na-na.
It's always fun.
Phil, every once in a while when I still open my mailbox, I go, da-na-na.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing in there but a bill instead of a ruby, but, you know, da-na-na. Phil, I get to go into a cave and it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. But I think that could have worked as like a CG cartoon, right? Or even if any of the Nintendo properties were meant for live action, it was probably The Legend of Zelda and Metroid.
Metroid was cool.
Yeah, Metro I think could probably work in live action. Dark gritty space pirate shit, right, Phil? You got a chick in a mech suit blowing up shit. Who don't love that? Actually, they made a whole, well, she wasn't wearing a mech suit the whole time, but they made a whole Aliens franchise based on that premise alone, right? Or just a new Castlevania game or something. A Kirby game that isn't fucking yarn-based. Well, all the Nintendo franchises I like, they don't want to do nothing with.
Yeah, that's true. They already made their money. I guess.
I don't know. Well, same with like my favorite Capcom properties, Mega Man, but other than Mega Man showing up in Brawl, they ain't doing shit with him either, you know?
Yeah.
I can't remember if we talked about it on the show or not, but they said he was supposed to be getting a cartoon. Can't find nothing on it though. Just that, yeah, he's getting a cartoon. Do you have any concept art or premises? Nope. A super fighting robot. Mega Man. I don't know, Phil. Maybe I just got a thing for people that can turn their arms into cannons. Right? Metroid, Mega Man.
That's true.
Android 16 from Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm lying. I forgot the Pokemon anime is still going on. That shit's been going on for almost 20 fucking years now. With that being said, shouldn't Ash's Pikachu be like the most powerful Pokemon in the world by now?
You would think. They should be sitting in thrones or something, though.
Pikachu sitting on the Iron Throne from Game of
Yeah,
Thrones?
something like that by now. They never get tired of traveling.
I don't know, I haven't watched it in a long time. But every once in a while I stay up real late and then it's like, oh, it's on at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. Holy shit, it's still going on.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's still going on.
Pika Pika! He's still being loud and freaking annoying.
Ash is gonna train, win a badge, not win the big Poke tournament at the end of it. Team Rocket's gonna blast off again.
Nothing gets done.
Brock is gonna hit on and shake and she's gonna turn him down.
Nothing gets done.
Then he's gonna do one of them sad anime faces. Misty's, I don't know, man. When's Misty coming back? That's when I'll start watching again. She's not like still 10, right? The show's been on for almost fucking 12 years now.
Right. She's of age.
Yeah, it's not creepy.
Like, she's of age now.
Yeah, by cartoon logic, right?
Right. She's of age now.
Yeah, I tried watching one of them at 6 o'clock in the morning. I think they're on one of the new ones, Diamond and Pearl or whatever.
I don't know.
Nah, me either. I like
Too many.
Like I said, other than Pikachu, I did not recognize any of the Pokemon in that fucking show, that cartoon I watched. Well, other than Pikachu and Meowth, I guess. I didn't recognize anyone. You think Team Rocket would just try a gun by now? Right?
Yeah. I don't know what their deal is. They can't do nothing.
Yeah. Like, my favorite Bruce Lee movie is Fist of Fury, a.k.a. The Big Boss. But at the same time, he beats up the same gangsters in that movie, like, what, 20 different times at least? And I understand, it's an Asian country. It's shot in Thailand. Guns are hard to get a hold of. But if you're supposed to be one of the biggest gangsters in the country, you haven't gotten enough money or power to get a gun yet? Especially when one guy keeps kicking your fucking ass. Right. You know?
Well, plus there's 20 of them. Why are you trying to beat up one guy and there's 20 of you? Bum rush!
Yeah, bum rush him. Yeah, like I said.
Get him!
Now, John, this is going to suck. We're going to need you to tackle him and hold on while we rush him. He's going to elbow the shit out of you, probably. You're going to get like 2 or 3 elbows. But we're going to, we'll just overwhelm him at that point. We'll let you get a couple licks in after we're done with him.
Trust me, he's going to get tired.
Yeah. Like I said, unfortunately, someone's going to have to hold him down and take a couple of blows. But then why doesn't everyone else just bum rush him?
Right.
That's the same problem with the Batman movies. Like, why is everyone fighting him one-on-one? Why doesn't, 3 guys try to attack him at one time?
Just see a big freaking circle of people kicking and stomping this one guy, and he's all on the ground.
But other Kung Fu movies have done that before, where the lead character is getting bum rushed, and then he just goes,
yeah. Twin Dragons.
Yeah, he just goes, and somehow his energy or whatever forces all those guys off him.
Yep. Remember in Twin Dragons, Jackie Chan kicked like 20 people off of him because he did the same freaking thing. It was hilarious. And they all go flying somehow. It's like, yeah, right.
He summoned his chi into a pulse blast.
It was freaking hilarious.
What Kickstarter we gotta pay to get Streets of Rage 4?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody owns the rights to that no more. We could probably snag that up.
Speaking of Streets of Rage 4, I saw one of those portable Sega Genesises the other day, man.
Oh, that thing that looks like a Sega Genesis, but it's pretty much just a giant emulator machine.
Yep, basically. Wanted about $40 for it, though. But yep, they had Sega, they had something else there, and they had another Atari.
Yeah.
It was like number 6 or something like that.
That's the thing, too. Like, why don't Nintendo get on that?
Right. They should.
Like, released a Super Nintendo version of that, but with, like, a bunch of classic Super Nintendo games. Or an NES version of that with a bunch of NES games on it.
They should, but it looked just like the Sega. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I've seen them at the stores. They look like the old console, but you plug it into your TV, and then you can select from a variety of games.
And this time I can't Sega it because they're so light.
Yeah. Is Ultra Beast down there?
I hope. I don't know. It should be.
Should be.
Probably.
Where's my Ultra Beast remake, too? Oh, wait, they did remake Ultra Beast, and it sucked.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Never mind. Spoke too soon. Mega Man 9. No, wait, they made 9. Mega Man 10. X is technically not 10, it's a different series, but whatever.
I think I have that. It's on Game Boy.
Mega Man X.
Yep. It's got all the fancy modes and freaking all the levels in it almost.
A super fighting robot. Mega Man.
Problem is, I suck at the game, so.
Well, I had the collector's edition of Mega Man and Mega Man X for the PS2, but I sold my PS2 and just gave them to Mikey.
Heck yeah.
I can't play it no more. I wish I kind of kept it, because they don't. The only way you can buy them now, you gotta buy them digital download, Phil. I kind of bit the bullet on that. Now, if I want to play a Mega Man game, I gotta go throw down like $5 for every fucking game. I don't know, Mega Man live action movie might work too. Although the Robot Masters
Cancelled.
Yeah, except the Robot Masters would probably look kind of stupid. So other than The Last Star Commander, do you think they're ever going to make another good video game movie?
Probably not. Star Commander was cool though, as a video game.
Yeah. Is there any kind of, like I said, I want a Legend of Zelda live action thing, but it's probably never going to happen. Is there anything you want? Any video game you want to see?
It.
Yeah, but what would you want to see them try to do? If they were like, you know what, we're finally going to balls up and fucking try something different. What would you like to see them try to make? You could do like a Streets of Rage movie, but make it like the Raid.
That'd be sweet. Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Yeah, you know, where it's literally just them walking around the streets fighting, looking for, what was it, your kidnapped girlfriend?
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember because it's been a while since I played that game, but it's pretty much Double Dragon, isn't it?
Yeah. I kidnapped her girlfriend. Come get me.
Yeah. And in 3, they kidnap one of the characters. I can't remember which one.
Shut.
Yeah.
Seems like 3 is the pinnacle point of even movie and game bombs.
Streets of Rage 3.
Almost.
Streets of Rage 3, I don't.
Besides Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Streets of Rage 3, I don't think was a bad game. It was just.
I didn't like it. I thought it was bad.
Yeah. That was alright. But, I don't know, when am I seeing a Final Fight movie?
Final Fight was awesome.
Yeah.
But I want them to make it like Japanese Final Fight. You know, where they were all short and small, you know, like you'd look on a screen, that'd be sweet.
Mac Hagar run around hitting thugs in the face with pipes.
Yep.
So they should totally make that movie where someone kidnaps the mayor's kid and he's like, fuck it! He rips off his shirt and just goes down the street beating the crap out of everyone that gets in his way. Oh wait, they already made that movie. It's fucking Taken with Liam Neeson. Kinda, right? Where's my daughter? Well, I have a particular set of skills. Not really. Actually, his set of skills ain't that good. They fucking came after his ass 2 different times after that, right?
Well, obviously he's not that good at disappearing. And you think that'd be in his set of skills, disappearing, right?
Right.
Obviously, you don't know how to disappear that well.
Tracking is one of his skills. Stealth and tracking are one of his skills. Hiding
Yeah.
is not.
No duh. How did you find me again? Like, dude, American Express? Come on.
Yeah, right, yeah.
What did you think?
And plus, like, it's the same thing with, like, the Max Payne game. Like, in the first Max Payne game, Max Payne probably kills, like, what, over 1,000 people easily?
At least.
Why would you fuck with that guy after that?
It's true.
Like, in 2... Like, in 3, I guess I can understand because it's Brazil and they probably never heard of who the fuck Max Payne is. But in 2, you're still in New York and they mention the stuff that you've done. You think most criminals will be like, oh shit, that's Max Payne. Okay, well, I'm just gonna set my gun right here, walk away, and I was never here, man.
Wait, Max is gonna be there? Oh, shit. See ya.
Yeah.
Wife called.
Yeah, like I said, in 3, I guess it kind of makes sense because they're in Brazil and they probably never heard of who the fuck Max Payne is, you know. But in 2, they're like,
Oh, yeah.
it's that narc.
Like Brazil.
Yeah, it's that narc cop that discovered that government conspiracy and killed half of the gangsters in New York in one, well, what, 2 or 3 nights I think it took place over.
Something like that. And plus, the helicopter blew up.
Yeah.
He blew up a helicopter in the middle of town square
Well,
and lived. Stupid Rivera talking him out of it.
the flesh of fallen angels.
I would have jumped. Remember in that game, you took out all them cops and everything, man. They would have killed you, man. Lethal injection.
Well, now remember he had some high-ranking government monkey mugs that were like, "Oh, we can prove your innocence." And
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he got lucky. Not in real life.
That's probably why in 3 he's all drunk. He's not like suicidal, but like waiting to die. You know, like, what'd you eat today? A handful of pills and a bottle of scotch.
Still got a lot of blood on his hands. That's why.
It's like, what did you eat yesterday? 2 handfuls of pills and a bottle of scotch.
Kind of reminds me of the Troy movie when Achilles was like, you know, at night I see their faces, you know, all the men I've killed.
I also like that one.
Why? He's got too much blood on him.
I also like that one line. They're like, "Can I get you some ice for your drink, Max?" He's like, "The only thing I water my booze down with is more booze." That's the guy you want watching your life, right, Phil?
Yeah, it's like, you got alcoholic ice cubes? If not,
Get the
keep
fuck
them out.
Get the fuck out of here.
If not, no comprende.
Yeah, no comprende. Plus, if you were living in Brazil, you think you would learn to speak Portuguese too, at least, right?
Or Spanish. Both of them are big languages there.
Mm.
I mean, you're lucky if you find a place where they speak English, basically.
When the only Spanish you know is no comprende.
Right.
You're not doing too well. What was the one guy who banged your dead, Max Payne?
Vladimir.
Yeah, Vladimir. I kind of wish he would have showed up in that whorehouse in 3, like, Max, what are you doing here? I'm on vacation, let's party.
Well, it'd been cool at least to shoot up something with him, you know, for a minute, then he dips off or something.
Rather than him sending you to go kill a bunch of people for him.
Right. You get to shoot up a place with him at least. That'd be great.
You get to duck behind Vinny Gandini's gravestone and have a shootout. That's pretty sweet.
Remember, he was like, I might have laughed if I remembered how. I've been surviving on a weekday of old donuts.
So those are three video games that have a great story. That movie's a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg.
Shoot open the door. What a waste.
I know.
What a waste of bullet time. Wow, I've never shot open a door in the Max Payne game just to waste some bullet time. That was stupid.
Well, I jumped through the door a couple of times.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I jumped through the door with Uzis in my hand, just like But yeah, the bullet time, the one thing you'd want to see in the movie the most, they use once, and what do?
Ruin it.
Shoot a fucking door open.
Stupid. It doesn't even work like that.
While a helicopter's shooting at him.
It's like, oh wow, the helicopter bullets weakened it enough so he could blow open the door with a shotgun. Wow.
Not even weaken
That's what I was thinking.
It didn't even weaken the door, dude. He shot the fucking thing with the shotgun and blew the door open.
Yeah, it's dumb. He ruined all 3 games within 5 minutes.
Well, it's only an adaptation of the first game. It was so bad that they're like, we ain't doing that shit no more. It's like, you're lucky you got a Max Payne 3 video game. That movie was so bad. When are they making Manhunt 3? And a good version.
Never.
And a good version of it,
Ruined
too.
that. Never. I wish.
Superman has a couple beers here and there.
Yeah.
But he's from Kentucky, right, Phil? You think, shit, you'd fucking be chugging moonshine.
I wonder how long it takes to turn back some moonshine.
That's true. He's solar powered.
Doesn't it work like that? Can't he like drink something and then turn back time and it wouldn't matter?
No, you're talking about in the first the Christopher Reeve Superman where he flies backwards and turns back time.
Ah, so he can't do that then.
No,
Oh, okay. I thought he could still do that.
well, that's just something they did in the movies. He might have done that back in the '60s. Superman had all kinds of crazy powers.
Yeah.
Motherfucker shot rainbows out of his hands and shit.
Damn.
He had a little mini version of himself that shot out of his wrist that was just as powerful as him. Which is kind of weird. One of my favorite Superman things, though, is like, I can't remember why, and I never read the stories, I've only seen the covers. But for a couple of issues, Superman got turned into like a Lion Man. He was like Super Lion Man for some reason. It was the 60s. Shit, take enough LSD, fuck it, Superman's got a lion head now, right? In a garden of Eden, honey, Superman's got a lion head. In a garden of Eden, baby. Something about interracial B-sex. But we should just play the Garden of Eden song. It's like the unedited version is like a 20-minute song.
Mm-hmm.
That ought to fill some time in the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Except for we need to get a hold of some LSD. We'll get a hold of some LSD, we'll listen to Garden of Eden, honey, we'll fucking read some Doctor Strange, and we'll trip balls. Next thing you know, I'm running around in a fucking red towel running down the street going, I am the Sorcerer Supreme! Butt ass naked. Wearing nothing but a red towel. Phil, why do her boobs look like present wrapping?
Wish those would fall. They'd be bleeped out, damn it. Unless it wasn't planned.
No, I read one of these things in the entertainment magazines when you're waiting on the line at the grocery store. They actually showed a diagram where when girls are wearing skimpy dresses like that, all the double-sided tape that they line, like where they line it to make sure that shit don't fall.
Wow.
Yeah, like they even have tape running up their side just so the fucking dress won't creep up past their panty line and shit. I was like, God damn, I'm so glad I'm a man if like you go to a formal event, suit and tie. done. I ain't gotta tape my dick to the side of my leg. You know, I ain't gotta tape my dick to the side of my leg. Unless you're like Jennifer Lopez and that, fell showing our age again. Remember she went to the Oscars with that fucking, green dress on that was more or less like a fucking shower curtain.
I remember. See the middle of her chest, everybody got all offended. I remember that.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
It was basically almost open.
Pretty much, like I said, it looked like she just wrapped herself up in a shower curtain. And Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the South Park guys, when they were doing South Park Bigger, Louder, and Uncut or whatever, I guess they got nominated for an Oscar, and they showed up in drag, dressed up like Jennifer Lopez, that outfit. Because it's cool for a woman to do it without me. Sexist bastards. And plus, if you ever watched South Park, they don't seem like they really like Jennifer Lopez. I like tacos and burritos. Taco, burrito, taco. Well, that's the great thing about the South Park Stick of Truth. Whenever you listen to like elevator music or lobby music, it's Jennifer Lopez, taco, burrito, burrito. But one of these days, let's check on Ice House Edge. Then pass out and piss ourselves off. Almost directly afterwards. Don't chug alcohol, children. And plus, if you're children, why are you listening to this show? Or read a book.
Our age restriction is not turned on.
It's not.
It can be.
Yeah, I don't want to. We don't got that many views yet, so
Right.
so I might just. Everything at We Are Podcast is said jokingly. It is not serious. And if you think it's serious, you're the fucked up one.
Well, we can't put, may have bad language or something like that, right?
I can type it into the description, but I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, that's stupid. Fuck that. They might think we're calling them pussies or something. Who knows what people think now?
Well, plus, like I said, Phil, we grew up watching RoboCop when we were like fucking 3 or 4, so we turned out alright.
Swearing and it did. And
Well,
it was pretty violent.
Plus, like, what, it's like 5 minutes before Alex Murphy gets turned into a fucking bloody stump.
Yeah, I'm surprised she let me watch that as many times, though. But she did. Dang.
Well, you didn't realize...
Probably why I got scared, because I thought Detroit was like that. Really?
Well, it's kind of weird that they marketed Rambo and RoboCop so hard to kids in the 80s and 90s. Considering if you watch the First Blood and RoboCop 1, not kids' movies. Very violent, very disturbing, very social commentary heavy kind of flicks, you know? But we had RoboCop action figures when we were little kids.
Oh, yeah?
You could buy... Ed 209 turns a guy into a fucking hamburger, but you could still buy an Ed 209 fucking figure.
It's true.
And don't get me... This is one thing I've always wanted to bring up. I don't know if we mentioned this on the show or not. I think we talked about it a couple... Well, I know we talked about it a couple times off mic. But Ed 209's design, you know, where it's the robot with legs, machine guns on the side, and the big torso piece. Why is that the only mech design that has come out in the last fucking 20 years? You know? Anything that has a giant mech in it now is just Ed 209. It's either a Gundam or it's Ed 209.
Franken printed it.
Yeah. Fucking, Chappie. Hugh Jackman, I can't remember his character's name. The robot that he wanted to pimp over Chappie. It was what? Ed 209 with a jetpack.
Yeah. It did look like Ed 209.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like I said, we only have two giant robot designs. It's either going to look like a Gundam of some sorts, or it's going to look like Ed 209.
Yeah, they can't say, no, man, it's an Ed 209 mixed with the Metal Gear Rex. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Metal Gear Rex kind of looks
Metal
like...
Gear Rex look like an Ed 209.
Yeah,
too?
well, I say Metal Gear Rex looks like Ed 209 too, yeah. Oh, Phil. They need to, like, remaster now that Metal Gear supposed... yeah, I forgot to mention this. Even though Kojima is technically done with Metal Gear 5, I kind of wish they would, like, remaster it, you know? Like, HD it up and put it on the PlayStation 4 and give me an excuse to buy a PlayStation 4. But how do you feel about this? Konami says they might continue the Metal Gear franchise, but without Kojima, you know, who's pretty much like the writer and art director for the whole series, you know? How do you feel about that?
I honestly think Kojima's had enough time to do Metal Gear Solid. I think it's time for somebody else to take the reins and try to take over.
Well, Metal Gear...
I think he's had enough times.
Well,
he's had enough chances.
Well, Metal Gear 3, 4, and 5 are all supposed to be the last part of Metal Gear. They just keep wanting to do more. And I don't know if that's why... We've joked about this. It seems like Konami kind of hates the guy. They fired... You know, they wouldn't let him pick up that Game Award from that Spike TV award ceremony. They put him on this, you can't talk to the media for blah, blah, blah amount of months. Silence thing. And, you know, he was supposed to... One of the things I regret, one of the things that the biggest video game irritation I'm ever going to have is, like, he was supposed to do the next Silent Hill video game.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but they were like, no, get the fuck out. Once again, I don't know if we mentioned this on mic, but Kojima's crazy. He puts that's what I love about Kojima, because he puts an insane amount of detail into his games. Like,
I know.
The one I always mention is in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. In one level, there's a ice bucket. And you can literally just sit there and watch ice melt. Now, that doesn't seem like a big deal, but in a video game, someone has to program, edit, render, and produce that.
It's all numbers.
Yeah. And that's insane. Like, even animation won't go that far. Like, they might draw the ice cubes and a couple droplets of ice on, or condensation coming off it, but they're not going to sit there and watch the whole fucking ice cube melt, you know? And what we were saying about Silent Hill, Kojima's going to have the scene where you go into a kitchen and you open a refrigerator, and what happens? If you hold the refrigerator open long enough, you slowly start to see the food decay. Like, it slowly starts to turn rotten, and if you wait long enough, it'll be all black and, like, maggots and stuff coming out of it.
It's just spending money for no reason.
Yeah. He would totally do something like that in a Silent Hill video game. And I could see the mucky mucks, the big guns, like, so what does that do if they watch the whole fridge rot? Like, what does that add to the gameplay or the story? Does it, like, unlock nothing? No, I just want to show the whole fridge decay over a slow amount of time to show the amount of detail I put into this game. So it doesn't do anything? Does it, like, you can make it an achievement, I guess. You know what, on second thought, just pack your shit and get the fuck out of here.
We can make another game for what you want to do that for.
Yeah. You want to hire a whole team of programmers and animators just to animate a fucking refrigerator slowly rot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, just pack your shit and get the fuck out of here. This is your 2 weeks. That's what I think what happened.
He do the D-Dog game?
Yeah. Well, he's done other things than Metal Gear. It's just Metal Gear is like the thing
Like the new one, the Phantom one. Did he do that?
I don't know.
He's had plenty of chances.
Yeah.
Time for somebody else to do a Metal Gear game.
Yeah. Well, like I said, he tried to end it since 3, so he's obviously been done with it for a while. They just keep bringing him back.
Sooner or later, somebody's going to get sick of playing Solid Snake.
Yeah. But he started
Maybe.
They didn't mention what it was, but he's got another video game studio open. He's got some kind of exclusive deal with PlayStation. But that's it. They haven't mentioned anything other than that. But, I don't know. Would you play a Metal Gear game without Kojima heading it up, or do you just don't even care about Metal Gear no more?
It's on a new system. I'm not playing it.
Yeah, but if you would. Just imagine you had one.
Probably. I'd still play it.
Just want to see the journey of the greatest soldier in the world, Big Boss.
Yeah. I don't really care who's writing it or whatever.
Just as long as it's a decent game, and
It'll be fun.
yeah, as long as it's a fun game, you don't really care who's writing it, right?
Exactly. I still play a Metal Gear game.
Well, I guess that's a good way to see about it. Yeah, as long as it's a fun game, yeah, who cares who the fuck wrote it, right?
Well, Metal Gear Solid, they're known to be fun games.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just seeing Metal Gear Solid, it's a big deal.
But I guess you got a good point. Yeah, if it's a fun game, who the fuck cares who wrote it? Alright, Phil. To end the show, something I forgot. I forgot to bring it up for like the last 2 or 3 episodes. No, bad Christmas and shit. Excuses. But they, Legendary Pictures, they do the CG American Godzilla. Toho, the original studio that created Godzilla, they're like, well, we'll let you do your shit, but we're still going to do our own shit too. And they released a teaser trailer, which I'm not even going to show the teaser trailer. It's in Japanese. One of us speak Japanese, so it doesn't matter. And you don't see nothing other than Japanese. You hear monster noises in the background, you hear Godzilla's roar, and it's Japanese people. You've seen a Godzilla movie before, right? Japanese people running away from Godzilla.
Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't really figure I didn't need to show you that.
Obvious.
Yeah. Phil, what happens in every Godzilla movie? Japanese people run away from Godzilla. yeah. So like I said, and it's only like a minute or 2 long. Like I said, I didn't really felt necessary to bring it up to you.
And they scream his name.
Yeah, Gojira! But they also, July 29th of 2016. I don't know if that's just the Japanese release date, or the world release date, or whatever. But I imagine sometime around that, everyone will be able to see it. But here's a poster. Once again, Japanese. Don't know what those words say, but at least you get to see what Godzilla's head looks like. That's 2016 Toho Godzilla. I like it's got that ghost eye. Right? That shark teeth looks a little more,
Old manish.
yeah, old demon, demonic looking. Where and plus, like you can see, he has more of a slender neck right here. Where American Godzilla that came out this year, probably the fattest the fattest Godzilla ever, right?
Big old looking Godzilla.
Yeah, big old fat neck, big old thighs. More cushion for the pushing, man,
Taller than the buildings, though.
Yeah. Get that kaiju butt stuff going on.
Monster kaijus squishing booties.
Well, that's that. Phil, how long do you think we have to look on the internet before we see giant kaiju porn?
Nah. Not that long.
Just type it into Google first fucking thing, right? I'll use my ultimate tentacle attack. Oh, yeah. But, I don't know. Like I said, there's the poster. Doesn't really show what the rest of his body's going to look like. Like I said, he seems to be a little more slimmer than the big, fat, bulking Godzilla we got in the Legendary picture this year. But, I don't know. It's a guy in a rubber suit. I always love
Best.
that. Yeah. Something, I don't know. The Legendary Godzilla picture that came out this year with Bryan Cranston, who's in it for like 10 minutes. And the Kick-Ass guy. I don't know. That's the problem with every Godzilla movie. Do you really care about the human characters? Fuck no. You want to see giant monsters fight.
It's true.
And unfortunately, that only had like maybe like, I don't know, 14 minutes of monsters.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah. And like I said, and they were hyping it big. Like Breaking Bad, I think, was just ending or ended, and like, oh, we got Bryan Cranston Heisenberg in this movie. It's gonna be the shit, right?
Yeah.
He's in it like 5 fucking
Yeah,
minutes. He's in it 5 fucking minutes. And I don't know, I'm not even gonna bother to look up the guy that played Kick-Ass's name, because, like I said, I didn't care.
He sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, it did kind of suck, but Toho, they do focus on the human characters a little too much too. But at least in Toho, it's like, hey, there's aliens, mutants, you know, little 3-inch tall chicks that sing and summon a giant fucking moth.
It's wild.
You know, yeah. You might not care about the human characters, but at least they're talking about something interesting. You know, they're not talking about, oh, we gotta put a nuke out into the middle of the ocean so Godzilla can fight some monsters so the world doesn't end. No, they're like, no, Mahura, come to us and fight Gajira. You know? Well, there's people at the center of the earth like, we don't like pollution. Or, you know, giant space or not giant space monkeys, but dudes that are space monkeys that built a robot Godzilla. Alright, at least they do shit like that, at least. That's the other thing, too.
Cockroaches.
Yeah, or cockroaches.
Alien cockroaches.
Alien cockroaches.
Something like that. I don't know. I think that's what they were.
I think you're thinking of Men in Black.
No, there were alien cockroaches in Godzilla.
What?
They were inside that tower. Remember, it burned.
Oh, yeah.
Godzilla blew it up. It's going so good, going so well. Remember?
Yeah. Or aliens from a different dimension that are going to kidnap all of our monsters and brainwash them and send them against us, right? But they haven't announced if they're. This is probably another reboot, obviously. But they haven't announced if there's going to be another monster in it or if it's going to be one of the old ones. Some people are saying. Some people are saying, Phil, it's always Godzilla's more or less nuclear disaster, save the planet hippie kind of crap at its core. Some people saying it might be Hedorah again, the smog monster.
Well, that's what I heard about the last one.
Yeah, that's what they were saying about. Yeah, they said that about the 2016 Legendary one, and they're saying that about this one too. Some people really. I don't know. I thought Hedorah was one of your favorite, man.
Oh, I don't like him.
Oh, you like Titanosaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't never gonna happen.
Yeah, you know, I'm about to say, Phil, you know.
I'm the only one that likes Titanosaurus.
Yeah,
That's why.
I was about to say, oh yeah, you're right, Phil. The one no one cares about
because he's a fish.
Yeah.
That's why.
And what's his power? He has a fan at the end of his tail. He shakes his head. Phil, he was twerking before Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I just thought that was a cool name, though, but I guess they don't like fish monster kaijus because I thought he was a fish.
He was one of those dinosaurs that somehow survived underwater or something, and then they did some shit and he showed back up. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, I keep forgetting about even I forget that. So Titanosaurus is so. Like I said,
he's like the only one that was as tall as Godzilla almost.
Yeah, because he had a long ass neck. That costume must have been a bitch for fucking work, right?
Yeah, because you got the fins that stretch out.
Yeah, and the long ass neck and shit. God, Phil, I don't read the IDW comics, and I never read every Godzilla comic ever. But I don't even think Titanosaurus has even been in the comics.
Probably not.
Yeah, I think he might have been a one. I don't know. Like I said, other than you might be the only one that likes it.
I am.
Yeah.
Even I know I am.
Yeah. So, hey, someone likes Hank Pym.
Well, it looked cool in the movie. Remember, Titanosaurus was sizing him up, and he's there like, yeah. I was like, oh, he's sizing them up. He says they're ready to fight. He was epic looking.
Yeah. I I don't know. That's why I like dudes in rubber suits fighting better than CG characters. Because when I was bitching about the Spider-Man movies, one thing I forgot to mention was in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, where he fights Electro. You know, it's not an interesting fight because they start to fight fisticuff, and then it turns into the CG's. You know, where they're fighting. Electro's built that electric machine or whatever he's going to use to just kill everyone, and Spider-Man shows up and he's trying to save the day. It was, like I said, I can't remember why he was there, because it looked so crappy, because it looked like I was watching a cutscene from a video game, you know? Now, when you're playing a video game, that's alright, but when you're watching a movie, and you get such a jump in visual styles, you know? Where everything's like live action, practical, realistic, and then you jump to something that looks like a PS2 video game. It's kind of disorienting, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah. And that's the same problem I have with Godzilla being a giant CG monster. First off, I don't care about the human characters to begin with, and then the giant CG monster comes and is crushing everything, and it's all CGI. I don't really care because it looks... You know what I'm saying? It looks different. There's like a gap in reality, you know? Like, it's not like this. I'm not looking at the same thing, you know?
Right.
So that's why I like dudes in rubber suits beating up models better than CG monsters blowing up CG shit. But at the same time, it's a lot quicker, easier. It might be more expensive to do CG stuff, but at the same time, you don't have to have someone build an entire model city for dudes in rubber suits to crush. I don't know. Ooh, hiccups. I was trying to fight the hiccups the whole way through that sentence there. Did it, though.
And real suits cost money.
Yeah, and they rip and tear and shit. Yeah, every Godzilla movie, you can see the zipper, see the tail rip. Like, water's the worst. Like, anytime Godzilla pops out of the water, if you look close enough, you can see there's a rip in the suit somewhere, or the tail's ripped in half or something. You know, because they're giant foam rubber suits and a guy's popping out of the water. That's a fucking workout in and of itself. That's what Brock Lesnar should do to train for his next UFC fight. Just get a giant foam... You should get a rubber suit made of the Titan version of him, the Armor Titan. You should get a rubber suit of the Armor Titan, wear that, and just go into a pool and just do, like, push-ups in the pool. Oh, God, I hope he... Brock Lesnar is going to kill me one day for this. God, I hope he never hears this. Oh.
He won't.
Yeah. But that's the thing, too. Like, I meet a guy in a black suit at a fork road. He's like, if you go down this road, your podcast will be well successful and well profitable for you. But Brock Lesnar will hear all that shit you said about him. Go down this road. No profitable podcast, but Brock Lesnar ain't gonna hear what you said about him.
You'll still have a face.
You'll still
Go down here, you'll still have a face.
Oh yeah. He won't break every bone in your body. If you're lucky, he won't kill you.
Hell yeah.
That's a 50-50 shot, though. Not a 50-50 shot of me kicking Brock Lesnar's ass. I mean a 50-50 shot of him not killing me. Godzilla vs. Attack on Titan. That's got to be a fan comic out there somewhere about that, right?
Probably.
Yeah. And with that being said, this is the end of We Are Podcast, episode 35. My name is Matt.
My name's Phil, leader of the OTS. Thanks for listening to the episode and being here with us tonight.
And as always, thank you anyone and everyone for listening. You can follow us on SoundCloud, like, share, favorite, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Leave a question, comment, or email at the letter R, podcast at gmail.com. Thank you and good night.
Yeah, this is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and that's the show.